All right, everybody. I didn't know if it was actually starting or not. Sorry about that. I thought it said it was going to go live at 7:45. Okay, so it looks like I'm actually live, but I'm not sure. So, um, anyways, I'll just go as if I am. Alrighty. So here's the situation, guys. Hi, Emil. Glad to see you this morning. I'm going to just do this real quick. This is the third trade of my trading challenge. The first trade I've actually just lost, and I'm going to go over that with you. That's this New Zealand yen. And I took it yesterday, and I took it in this range here on this crossover, and it went up really nice, about 30 pips. Thought I was going to have a wonderful trade, but then guess what happened? It gapped. It gapped down and stopped me out. So, that happens. Unfortunately, I could have been a little better prepared. I was up 30 pips, almost had a 1-to-1, and I didn't lock in my stop. I should have locked it in or taken profit or something, but, it's learning as we go here. And so now that I have that, I'm going to try to re-enter this trade, and here's why. If we look at it, we're still hitting this channel. I've got this little triangle here. We could wait for this. I could wait for this to break either direction because, honestly, if it goes down, this is definitely going to be a negative trade. Or not definitely. You can't predict the market. I've said that. If it breaks out, I would definitely take it short. That doesn't mean that it's going to win. If it breaks to the upside, I would definitely take it long if I was doing more of a long term. But what I'm trying to do is just some quick trades with quick potential. And so I've seen this being tested several times. It popped up here again, and it just keeps trying to go. It could actually go either way. I have no way of predicting it. But right now, I'm still leaning towards the long because it has not broken this level yet. As soon as it breaks this level, then I'm going to change my mind. I could wait for this to break. So if this little triangle breaks, then we got a nice trade all the way up here. However, I could anticipate it could pop up and then tringle around and then finally break. And if it does that, then I get in a little bit early, get a little bit of a head start. The only problem with going in a little early is you can get chopped out, and we don't want that. So I'm going to try to time it so we don't get chopped out like I just did on the first trade. Dropping down to a 4-hour, you can see the triangle, the smaller one, a little bit better, but we're still testing, we're still bouncing. I need a little bit of a pop here to go, but you can see this MACD is getting smaller and smaller, and what that means is consolidation is happening. And a consolidation is when it's tightening, and then it's going to make an explosion. And so I know that it's going to explode one way or the other. I don't know which, but in my opinion, trading is 50-50 either way. And so once I get into a breakout, it still could stop me out. The price could still happen. So might as well try to get in at an advantage here on this support that I currently have. And so we know that it's going to be tight. I want to bust out. And I hit that really well on my Euro trade yesterday. Or not yesterday, Friday. And that was a good example because after the video, the trade just busted up. I'll go over to that one real quick. If we take a look here on the hourly, I got in, you can see, and then we had a consolidation, and then it popped. I'm still in this trade. It's eventually pulled back. I'm still looking for an upward, but you can see the power here that we got on this because it consolidated, and then went finally pop. And if you're interested in how I did that trade, it was in video number 1 of this 20 trade series. So you'll see it. This is video number 1 of the trade series. This is video 3. And I will post, this is a playlist, but I'll post the links to all the videos if you're interested in how I did that. And it looks like I got about 20 some people here live right now. So if you're enjoying this content, please hit the like button, because that way I know to continue with this series. I will not continue with it if I'm not getting a lot of likes. So please, if you are finding this interesting at all, please just hit that like button for me. Okay, now back to the New Zealand yen. I only switched just to show you what can happen when it breaks, because I'm still focusing on this. So if it breaks, we're going to get a large burst, and that's really what I want to see. So here we're at the 4 hour. Now I'm going to drop down to the 1 hour. Oh, and for the people that hit that like button, I really appreciate it. We need to keep doing that so that I know that this series is useful and you guys can see what's going to happen on my 20 trades. Okay, so we have another bounce off of this, an hourly chart that I'm looking at. New Zealand yen, it is now got a nice bullish candle. It's looking like it's still indecisive here. It can decide to go down or it can decide to go up, but I am looking at the MACD. It is starting to retrace a little bit. You see it's getting strong, lighter. The only negative thing I'm seeing is that this MACD is a little stronger than the previous, and the green is weaker. So it is showing me that the green, which is bullish, is getting weaker and the red is getting stronger. So I don't necessarily want to enter into a trade where the weakness is getting stronger. So as I'm doing this evaluation, I'm going to be really looking at this and saying, okay, if we're getting stronger on the downside, maybe this is just going to be a head fake and it's going to drop down. So I might not take this trade as I was thinking when I originally started this stream. So if I don't take it, that's totally my decision to do so. And as traders, hopefully this just me thinking out loud is going to help you think out loud and make better trading decisions. I know that when you're going through a trade, you want to look at the good and the bad and make those decisions. And right now, just looking at this, it's like, okay, this is a little negative. I still am enjoying this, trend line. And overall on the daily, we're still shrinking on the MACD. So overall, I'm good. I still like this trade. It is a little, we started out with a really big drop on the day because of that gap. And so that was why this is dropping here. But overall, I'm still liking this. But right now, the current on the hourly is not ideal. So now I'm going to drop down to a 15-minute. And there's always the thing about analysis paralysis as well. You don't want to talk yourself out of a good trade by looking at too many different things. If you have too many filters, you're never going to trade. You're always going to have analysis of paralysis. So Yugoslav just made a great comment. He said, thanks for the encouragement on having everybody hit that like button. Hey, and remember, you're calling the people lazy. Don't do that, Yugoslav. I appreciate the encouragement, but let's encourage positive messages here, because I really want to, I just want to be positive with everybody. I love this channel, love the people on it. My people that are watching this are just so helpful and friendly. I've seen other trading channels where everybody's negative, but I don't have to deal with that because I've got great people. So thank you so much. Yugoslav, the MACD should be in the comments below. Once I post this video, there'll be a link to it. So this is a great MACD that we give away for free. We programmed it here and we give it away for free. So it's really cool. I agree. I love it. It's got a lot of cool features to it. It's not just a regular MACD. It's got colors. It's got little arrows showing the momentum. It's got the crosses. It's got the black dots. And once you get the MACD, we have some instructions that explain how all this stuff works. It shows the distance of the MACD. Like, I don't know if you can see on my screen, but it's got 350 points, 55 points. So it's got a lot of different features. So if you haven't got that yet, go ahead and check it out after this video. Okay, so anyways, back to my thought process here. This is shrinking. I like the idea of the trend line On the MACD, as soon as it starts to break, we're looking up. But let's take a look at it on the 15-minute just to get a different perspective. So right now, here's what we're looking at on the 15-minute. The 15-minute is shrinking on this red. We've got the 15-minute, and it's shrinking. And I will ultimately make my decision on this time frame. I look at the other ones, but this is the one that I really want to get the feedback from. So what I'm noticing on this time frame is, number one, is we have broken this short little trend line, okay? So we hit this resistance, broken, and now what is it doing? It's stalling out down here. So it really looks like it wants to pop up. The second thing that I'm noticing is that it has broken this trend line as well. It broke this downward trend line here. So now we have one trend line broken, two resistance point broken, and the third thing I'm noticing is this 50-period moving average. I love the 15-period moving average. I'm always looking to enter a trade on the break. Okay, so 50-period moving average has been broken. So I've got 1, 2, 3 points of confirmation. The fourth point of confirmation is the MACD. The MACD is moving, and it's looking, we're starting to get some green momentum, green arrows. It's getting smaller. We're looking to go green. So if we can get a little bit of a burst, another burst back above this 50, then I'm going to go ahead and take this trade on the 15-minute. Even though the hourly was a little bit negative, it's not enough to disqualify this trade because of what I'm seeing on the 15-minute. Remember, a trend always has to happen on a 15-minute before it happens on an hourly, right? So this is my activation period, and this is what will cause me to enter the trade in addition to what I'm looking for on the daily, which we looked at the very beginning of the video. So one more thing here that I want to talk about, because I got some questions earlier about how to calculate the trade size. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys exactly how I do it. It's really simple. And so all we need to do is figure out what the pip cost is. So this is the New Zealand yen. You pull up Google, nothing special, nothing difficult, and you just do NZD JPY pip cost. Whoa, where's my typing? NZD JPY pip cost. Okay, so that's all you got to do. All right, and then it pulls it up. You don't need a tool or calculator or anything. And so it's 8.96. So now I do need to pull up a calculator, and we're going to clear all of it. I actually did the numbers earlier, as you guys can see, but we're going to go 8.96. That's how much one lot is, 8.96. So if I trade one lot, it's $8.96 a pip. So now that I have that information, now I need to calculate what the stop loss is going to be. So I want my stop loss below here. So we're going to go with, just draw our little line up here, and we're going to say about 25 points, right? 25 points. And greetings from Argentina, Esteban. Thank you for that. Appreciate it. Well, you know, Florin, I appreciate that comment, and I agree. It is easier, but just because something is easier doesn't always make it better. Greetings from Serbia, Yugoslav. Greetings to you, sir. Sorry for getting sidetracked, guys. Yeah, just because it's easier doesn't make it better. I would like for the people that are watching the stream to learn how to do this stuff rather than just have the tools do it for them. Why? Because that knowledge and the work that you take to do it yourself is so valuable that if you don't do it, you're really missing out, right? So step one was to get the 8.96. We know that my stop loss is going to be about 25 pips. So now you take 8.96 times 25, okay? And we're going to do that $224. So I want to risk about $1,000. So now if one lot is $224, now we need to figure out how much $1,000 would be. So 225 goes into 1,000, about 4 times, I would say, 4 times. So let's just do that. So 4 times, so now we go 4 times 8.96. Oops, wrong calculation. 4 times 8.96 equals $35.84 per pip. So now we'll go 35 times 84. Okay, and we'll do that times 25 is $896. Plus I have commission here. So you always have to calculate your commission and your spread. So this is where I want to be right now. $896 because the commission and the spread needs to be calculated in there. And that is going to be dependent upon your broker, right? And so my particular broker is FxChoice right now. So I can go to Google, back to that same page here, and we'll just say commission on FxChoice. Okay, and we'll get that commission. Okay, so the commission is does it say the commission here? Let's go back. Commissions. Oh, it's 3.5 for a notational amount of $100,000. Okay, so it's $3.50 per 100,000. So that would make we're doing 400,000. So it's 3.5, and I believe that's round turn, so it's 7. So actually, let's do that. $7 per lot. 7 times 4 equals $28. So the commission is going to be about $28. And so that's right around where I want to be at for my risk. So now we can go ahead and just remember that. Now I'm pulling back. I popped off of this. I'm trying to get the momentum. So I'm going to go ahead and just take this trade now. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to take this trade. Okay, so we'll have it. It's entered, and I'm just going to take the trade. And once we do that, we know where our stop loss is. And now I want to go ahead and take a look at where I want the target to be. And there's 2 different places we can put this target. One is at the top of here, which is about 50 pips, 52. And so that would be a 2-to-1 risk to reward ratio. And then the next thing I would want to do is take a look at this top of this channel. So we've got about 230 pips and also 447 pips here, up here at the top of this channel. So we've got 1, 2, 3, or 4 different places we could place this. I'm trying to get roughly a 5-to-1. So if I get a 5 times 25 is 125 pips, right? And so if I drag that out from where I'm at right now, 125 pips is right around the halfway point here, which is a nice 5-to-1. So I'll probably just use that about 71. We'll just go with 71.80 with my stop loss below here, below this point. All right. So that is going to be it. So that's the 3rd trade of the live challenge, New Zealand JPY. Thank you guys again. And remember, make sure you hit that like button so that I know we're at 18. If anybody enjoyed this content today, and I'm going to continue to follow up on all the trades, give all the results, tell you exactly what happened. If anyone enjoyed that, please go ahead and hit that like button. Thanks, Matthew. Thanks, Florin. Thanks, Esteban. Thanks, Yugoslav. Every single person that commented. I really appreciate it. And if you want to see me do this for the next 20 trades, please go ahead and hit that like button one last time because I appreciate it. All right. Well, that's it for today. And talk to you guys soon. Bye.